wanted to talk to you today briefly about this big flip that has taken place in the employment world, in the hiring world. So it used to be traditionally that the employer was the buyer. And what they're buying is labor or work or time from their employees. And so you would throw a job posting out there, and employees or potential employees would compete to fill that role. They were selling themselves, their time. Because of COVID and the Great Resignation and all of these things that have happened in the last couple of years, there's been a big flip in this entire process. Now, counterintuitively, it has changed. And really what's going on is the employers have become the sellers. Employees or potential employees are now looking at it from the perspective of, where do I want to sell my time? There's always been a little bit of both of these, but the balance has definitely shifted towards that latter perspective where employees are looking around saying, I only have so much time. Where is it I'm going to spend that time? Now, employers, businesses are used to selling to customers. What they're not used to doing is selling to potential employees. And so we need to look at what do employees want in order to buy into a role in our companies. And it's the same thing as every buyer wants. We have to look at the buyer's threshold. Taking a look at what do buyers want, there's this threshold, this line that we as sellers of products and services, and now our companies, our roles, our positions, we have to breach this threshold. And there are several components that go into breaching that threshold. Those are the experience, the value, and the relationship. The experience, the value, and the relationship. So let's start with the relationship, because that's the foundation. In most cases, the relationship isn't going to be enough by itself to pierce that buyer's threshold. There will be exceptions, of course. There will be people who simply know, like, and trust us, and they want to work with us no matter what. Those are hard to find. They're pretty rare. But this relationship is the foundation of this entire process, and they do have to know, like, and trust you as the hiring person. They have to know, like, and trust their manager or potential manager. They have to know, like, and trust the company as a whole. So that's foundational, must be there. You have to sell the relationship first. But that's usually not enough. We also have to look at value, and value is much more than the financials, the numbers, the price, the wages, salaries, and benefits. It's really, am I getting something worth as much or more than I'm giving up? And here's the thing. The value of time has increased exponentially. If you are unwilling to match that in some value somehow, then you will not find the people. And that is why we are struggling today to find workers in so many industries. Am I getting something worth as much or more than I'm giving up? People got to know their kids and their families all over again through COVID, and they realized that their time is valuable. You have to pitch value. And yes, that means probably paying more. That means probably offering superior benefits packages. But it's bigger than that. You have to look at value as a whole. One of the things that can definitely increase value is a cause. What is important to you? This is why purpose-driven businesses are so crucial. Because if I, as a potential employee, can get on board with the purpose, the mission, and the vision of the company, then it's more than just the wage I'm being paid. It's about doing something big. It's about accomplishing something amazing. It's about making the world a better place. That brings value. But there's also an experiential component. The employees need to have a positive, excellent, enjoyable experience in the workplace. They're spending so much of their time away from home and away from their families. It needs to be worth it. We need to look at the transition, the transaction, in this case, the hiring process. We need to look at emotions and intangibles. The feels. It needs to feel good. It needs to be fun and engaging every day. So not just what they're purchasing, their job long term, but also this process. How did the hiring process go? Was it smooth? Did it exemplify the core values that they were being pitched in the hiring process? And how badly do they want what you're offering as the employer? How badly does the employee want what you're offering as the employer? If you're struggling to find people, you're missing the boat here. You need to find a way to provide a better experience, better value, and a stronger relationship with your people. And if you do that, you will have people knocking down your door looking for work. We never know which of these three is going to actually push through that buyer's threshold. So you have to work at all three. In some cases, maybe it is the pay and the benefits. It really breaks that barrier, but there's still an experiential component and still a relationship component. In other cases, it may be a relationship that really pushed through, but there still has to be value and an experience. In other cases, it may be primarily the experience. They love the potential work environment, but value and relationships still have to be there. Regardless, work on all three of these as a seller of your company to potential employees. That's what will break the buyer's threshold in this new economy, where the potential employees are actually the buyers. Take this to heart. It isn't about the money in all cases, but with inflation the way it is, you have to be prepared to pay and value the people that you want to hire. So take a look at your systems, take a look at your practices, take a look at your values. Is what you're doing for your employees matching what you claim are your core values, your mission, and your vision? And if the answer is no, you've got work to do.